Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day outside, and we are going to read about the road to Emmaus. So if you'd like to turn to the New Testament, and in our Spark Story Bibles, it's going to be page 488. The road to Emmaus. 3 days after Jesus died, CLEOPAS and his friends were slowly walking down the road to Emmaus. They were walking slowly because they felt very sad. Why did Jesus have to die? They wondered. After a while, a stranger began to walk with them. The stranger was really Jesus, but CLEOPAS and his friend didn't know it. "What are you talking about?" the stranger asked. The men looked at each other. "Are you the only person in town who doesn't know what has happened?" they asked. They told the stranger what had happened to Jesus. "Jesus was a great teacher," Cleopas said. "We hoped he was the one that God had promised would save the world, but instead, he died on a cross. We took Jesus' body down and put it in a tomb. This morning our friends went to the tomb, and Jesus' body was gone. They said there was an angel there instead, and the angel told our friends that Jesus is alive, but..." "Well, stop being silly," the stranger said. "How many times do you need to hear this? It was God's plan for Jesus to die and to become alive again to save the world." By now, they were almost to Emmaus. Cleopas invited the stranger to stay for dinner. During dinner, the stranger picked up a loaf of bread, broke it, blessed it, and gave each man a piece. All of a sudden, Cleopas and his friend recognized the stranger. It was Jesus. But then Jesus disappeared. Cleopas and his friend jumped up, ran from the room, and went to all the rest of Jesus' disciples and said Jesus really was alive. God kept another promise. If you saw Jesus walking down the road, what would you say to him? Who would you tell about Jesus? What would you say to Jesus? And who would you go and tell about seeing Jesus if you saw Jesus walking down the road? Today is a beautiful day outside, so we have a couple of different things that we can do today. We can, if you haven't already, bake some bread with your family, and there are some really easy recipes online. You can bake unleavened bread, which is what Jesus and other Jewish people would have had and do have still during Passover meals. You can bake naan bread, you can bake wheat bread, you can bake banana bread, any kind of bread that you'd like. Bake it and fill your house with the warm smells of bread and inhale it and enjoy it, and you can break it together, just like Jesus broke bread. Talk about these questions with your family and break some bread. Do you think it was because at the Last Supper, Jesus had broke the bread and gave it to his disciples? So they saw this, they saw Jesus doing this, and they said, "Oh my goodness, wait a minute." And they recognized him. Why don't you think that they recognized him before? Do you think it was like Thomas? They were doubting. They didn't expect to see Jesus. They just didn't recognize that it was him because they knew that Jesus was dead. And they just couldn't believe that Jesus was alive. Do you think that has something to do with it? Another activity that you could do today is take your chalk and draw yourself a road to Emmaus. Just like Cleopas and his friend walked to the road of Emmaus, you can draw yourself a little road with chalk in your driveway or down the sidewalk. You can make it as long as you want or as short as you want. You can decorate the road with different trees or flowers with your chalk. You can do all sorts of things. Then you can walk on the road, or you can ride your bike on the road, or you can scooter on the road. And you can remember how Jesus walked on the road to Emmaus with Cleopas and his friend. Today, guess what? Jesus still walks on the road with us. On any road that we are, Jesus is still with us, right in here. That's awesome, isn't it? So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and it was so great to talk to you, even though I can't see you. And I can't wait to see you at discussion at 1 o'clock. And also, there is a trivia time after discussion. Trivia. So exciting at 1:30. So I hope to see you at discussion, and I hope to play a game of trivia with you today. Bye, friends. Have a great day. Enjoy this beautiful weather.